it's still the 15th. I think it's 3 o'clock now. I don't have my clock. And then I know that's off because that would be summertime. So it must be getting close to 3 o'clock. And it's getting dark. The clouds are coming. We're supposed to have rain now for another 4 days. So our nice weather, our 2 days, woohoo, is done now. So what I have left is I have one more thing I want to do. I forgot to plant my bulbs. They are turning, I'll show you here. They are getting little bitty tips of green. I think they're going to be okay. I really don't care if they come up or not, but I don't want them just sit to rot. So if I get some flowers, I get some flowers this year. I just forgot about them. So I'm going to set this up here. We're going to plant in a big container. And I'm not going to put them as deep as I would if they were going to winter over. I should have had them planted at least by December at the most, but it rained so bad in November, then I was going to plant them in December, and then I forgot about them in December, then January has just flown by. So I'm going to get some dirt in here, some potting soil, I'm going to layer them up, and then I'm going to go put them out in the yard, and we'll keep watch and see what happens. I'll be right back. Okay, this pot is 14 inches deep, and at the top it's 15 inches wide. Now the compost that I'm using, it's just regular, actually it's the potting soil that I'm using is from Wilco Farms. It's a feed store that we have here in the States, and it is nice. There's a little bit of perlite in here, but they use rocks, little itty bitty pebbles or grit. I use this potting soil. I'll sift it with my sifter, sift the rocks out, save the rocks for other applications, the pebbles, and then I sift it out, and I'll use this for my plant starting. So I need to go get another, because I'm not going to put them real deep. So you want about 6 inches down, which is about right here. So I'm going to get another couple scoops, and then I'm going to start layering all these bulbs, and I have tulips and daffodils and masses of crocus. So we'll see what happens. Now last year, I'll put a picture up of what it looked like. And last year, I got some tulip and bulbs at the very end of the season. So they put a little bit of bone meal in here. You want to hold your breath because that stuff is just dusty. So last year I got a bunch of bulbs on sale, and I put them in the pot and I put them close. I packed these bulbs in so they were just almost touching each other. And it turned out beautiful. So these have been sitting in my shed where it has gotten cold. So they are trying to root. So I'm just going to pack all these. These are tulips. I think they were just the plain old yellow tulips. Now when you do this, you don't have to worry about placing them too close because they're not going to stay in here. We're gonna pull them out, and the leaves will move around. Now this is going to be the last year probably for these bulbs. I probably will not use them again because I don't know how many of these are actually going to come up. So now that I layered all my tulips in here, now I'm going to go get another load of dirt. I'm going to put the dirt right over the top, just barely over the top. Then I'm going to set the smaller bulbs in, and then I'm going to start just layering the rest of them in here until they are just packed in here. And I'll show you a picture of what mine looked like last year. Okay, you have to be really careful because you can see the green is just right there. So now the next bulbs I'm going to put in are some more, I believe these are tulips. And I'm just going to kind of just set them. Some of these are little daffodils, and these are a smaller daffodil, so I'm going to set these around. And I have, make sure that they are still hard. Oh, let's see here, what's this one? That one might come up. That one's a tulip. Those are small tulips. A lot of these are crocus, and some of these tulips might come up. I don't know if they will or not, especially they kind of just got beat up so bad, but we'll see. If they don't come up and give me flowers this year, it'll still be pretty with all the greenery. So it'll still be interesting to have them come up. But like I said, I'm not really holding out high hopes for these bulbs this year because I did forget about them. But we will see. Some of these are really big. Okay, I'm gonna go get some more soil. Okay, I'm going to throw a little bit more bone meal in here, just a little bit of a sprinkle up here on the top. And kind of rub that in. Now, all these little itty bitty crocuses, I'm just going to line all these little guys up as close as I can get them. The rest of the tulips, I'm not going to worry about. In fact, I'm just going to set them right here, and I'll go ahead and throw them in another container just to see if they're if they'll bloom. Most of the time, tulips don't bloom again, but these guys split, so I figured that, oh heck, I'll try it. And the same with these little guys. They split, so I figured I would try it. I'm not, like I said, I'm not really worried. I know the crocus will come up, so the little itty bitty crocuses. And it does seem like I'm planting a lot, but the leaves, the plant will move itself around the bulbs. They don't, they'll just push their way around, and life will be good, and they'll come up with no problem. Now this looks like it's about as many as I had last year. Looks like a little bomb has gone off in there. Okay, let me go finish getting the last of the soil. Now this soil is damp because my bag of potting mix, this is the last, I think I have 2 more bags of this potting mix. I buy 20 of them a year. And what this does is this just kind of keeps the dirt when it rains real hard from making a big mess and washing out. I did take the drain. There's a like one of these underneath the pot. I did take that off because you don't want your pot to fill up with water. Bulb flowers do not like to soak. They will rot. Okay, So that is done. So I'm gonna go put this out, if I can lift it. I'm gonna go put this outside. It's supposed to rain, like I said, so I need to go get a piece of chicken wire and put it over the top, because otherwise this is just a feast for the squirrels and they'll just go, oh look, you gave us dinner. So I need to go get a piece of chicken wire, put it around here until they start coming up. And as soon as they start coming up, the squirrels leave them alone.